Hey, hello everyone, Spud here, and in today's video I want to talk with you fine folks about another free weekend that's coming up. It seems weird, it's like a lot of companies are saying, hey, Thanksgiving is a great time to be releasing demos and free play. No one wants to spend time with their family or study for exams or anything like that, am I right? But no, anyways, moving on. This time it's the Elder Scrolls Online, and it's less like a free weekend and more like a free week. It's going off from tomorrow, Wednesday the 16th, all the way until November 21st. So, I mean, hey, that's a pretty good, length of time to give this game a try. And I would say this, just, TLDR, if you are an MMO player looking for a good MMO, I would say try it. It's a good MMO. If you're an Elder Scrolls fan looking for a new Elder Scrolls game, you might want to stay away, because it's quite different. With that said, let's move on and get right into it, shall we? So essentially, the reason why they're offering this weekend here is to sort of build up hype for their new, I guess, it's not really an expansion, it's more like a update called One Tamriel. And essentially it's a total overhaul of the way that leveling and environments work in the game. Now, if you have played standard Elder Scrolls games, you know that wherever you go in the world, you're always appropriately leveled. It's because the game scales off of you and not vice versa. You don't have to level up and then go to a specific area. Well, when Elder Scrolls Online first launched, it was very much like a traditional MMO, where if you went to an area that the game said you shouldn't be in yet, you were fucked. You couldn't fight a mud crab without getting your ass handed to you because it was like 20 levels higher than you. That's no longer the case, and with the exception of players and PvP, going into higher level areas now won't be any detriment. It will scale everything to your level. And I think that's really cool, especially how they managed to do that in an MMO environment where there are hundreds of different players in a single, instance, and they're all different levels. Pretty interesting. I think it just depends on which monsters you aggro and which monsters they aggro. That would be my guess. I have no idea. I haven't actually looked into the system. And what this does, essentially, is it allows for more exploration. You can go anywhere you want. And I think that's good, because this game does have some very interesting environments. Now, what you're seeing here is sort of on this high elf island. It's kind of lame and traditional MMO-y. I'm actually really not a fan of lush green environments in MMOs, because it's been so done. They're everywhere. My favorite environment in this game by far was Morrowind, back when I was playing on PS4. And that's just such an interesting area that I wish I made another character that was in that spawn group to go play in Morrowind, because that's such a cool area with the fungal trees and the lava flows and just a weird mix of color and, just sort of, I guess, I don't know, it's almost like desolation and life coexisting in Morrowind. That's such a cool environment to play in my opinion. And so let's move on to whether or not you should try it. And I think, once again, if you are an MMO player looking for a good MMO, you should try it. I don't usually like MMOs. I like Elder Scrolls Online because it actually has a satisfying combat system. Not as satisfying as a standard Elder Scrolls game, but still. And it's just, it plays pretty well for an MMO. It's probably my favorite MMO out right now. And I'm not really an MMO player. I'm more of a single player or a shooter player right now. And so I'm not really the most social guy, so joining a guild and stuff, it takes a little bit of effort for me to actually participate if it doesn't directly, benefit me. So, I mean, I've been playing it for roughly 17 hours on PC and I think a little bit more on PS4 a while back, and I think One Tamriel will help out with the overall Elder Scrolls feel. And as an MMO, it has a lot of cool little things like thievery, lockpicking, stealth, that you don't get in your standard MMO, and it does make the experience more satisfying. Also, the first-person camera, which I like. That's how I do most of my fighting, because I find it cool. It also has controller support on PC, and I like that, because sometimes I just want to lean back and enjoy a game with the controller, and once again, for some games, it works fine. This game it already used an RNG hit system, so you don't really need accuracy. But yeah, now, if you're coming into this as a Elder Scrolls player, you're going to find it lacking, alright? It lacks the same sort of depth and the same sort of just polish that you would see in an Elder Scrolls game. I'm not just saying polish and the glitchy Bethesda, RPGs. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just like overall how you can go through and interact with things and sort of, bend the world to your will. That's not really what this game is. And it sort of looks like it, but it doesn't reach that same level. So as long as you know that going in, I think you'll be fine. Anyways guys, if you do want to try the game, if you're playing on PC, you can go and download it through Steam, or if you're playing on PS4, I believe you can just go to the game store. Now, I'm looking at this free play weekends thing, and I'm not seeing Xbox right here. So, oh right here, what about Xbox One? It's actually currently not available for free play on Xbox One apparently, so if you are playing there, you have to wait a little bit longer for your free play weekend. Anyways guys, that's all I have to say in today's video, and I'll see you guys all in my next one. Thanks for watching, bye bye.